Hi, this is Randy Rolfe from the Institute for Creative Solutions, sharing foundational concepts about vibrant health through natural living. And today I want to talk about indigestion and heartburn because there's a lawsuit that's been brought on behalf of a whole number of people who have contracted cancers after they've been using Zantac, which is an over-the-counter medication for heartburn. And what they found in the research preparing for this court case is that the company that developed Zantac over 40 years ago knew at the time that their leading ingredient does cause cancer. And what happens is the ingredient itself doesn't directly cause cancer, but in the human digestion, it often turns into a very strong carcinogenic substance. And they've known this from the beginning. And what they try to say is, well, it's a small enough amount and you're only supposed to use Zantac for a few weeks, so it's really not going to cause cancer. But they've known all along that it should not be taken with food. And of course, for heartburn, most people take it right after they have a big pizza party or something and don't want to have acid return. So it's going to be very interesting to watch that case. And it's horrible to think how many millions of people could have contracted cancer of the breast and the pancreas, and number of other organs that respond especially poorly to this carcinogen. And many people I know have been taking over-the-counter drugs for heartburn for not just weeks, but months or even years. And so they are really pursuing this and trying to hold the pharmaceutical companies accountable. It's wrong to put out medications without warning people that are taking them of the risks. And they have been hiding this particular risk with this medication. And the reason I am talking about this is that the heartburn is really a symptom that your digestion isn't working well, or you're overdoing it at the big pizza party and overwhelming your digestion so that you're not digesting well enough and you're getting return of the acids that are being produced to try to digest your meal. So when there is a recurrence of heartburn, it really is a symptom that tells you that you need to rebuild your digestive power. And that involves supporting your microbiome, the healthy bacteria in your gut, and making sure that you're not eating all the time, because that's a huge stress on your digestion, and making sure that your meals are of a small enough amount that you can actually digest them in a reasonable time so that you don't get fermentation in your gut and stomach that brings acid back up your esophagus, because your esophagus is not prepared for acid. Your stomach is very acidic when you're trying to digest a meal, but it's not ever supposed to come back into your esophagus and cause problems. So you want to rebuild your digestion by having your meals at a regular time, not overeating and not snacking a lot, but keeping it easy on your body. And intermittent fasting, they call it now, but that just means don't eat during the middle of the night and give your body 3 or 4 hours to digest any meal. It's quite simple. We did it for many, many years until we got this culture where food is everywhere and everybody's trying to snack. And our energy drops. We have some kind of energy pickup. If you're eating well, your energy will not drop through the day or even in the middle of the night. So that's my message for today. Take a heartburn as a symptom that you need to rebuild your digestion, and don't just try to solve it by taking something that is interrupting your natural processes, whether it's the Zantac approach or the what is it called? Proton power pump interrupters, you really want to build your digestion. And the Zantac has been removed in 2020. It's back on the market, but they've removed the dangerous ingredient so that it doesn't even have the special thing that it used to have. It's more like Tums and some of the other more simple things that just fight the acid instead of interfering with your actual body functions. So that's it for today. Please, if you're taking those kinds of over-the-counter heartburn medications that are fooling with your proton pump activities or your other functions, Zantac isn't a PPI. It's a different approach, but it's not an approach you want because it turns into a carcinogenic substance. So eat well. Thank you.